Hey guys, how you doing? We'll wait till some people come on. I'll try to share out in the meantime. We'll wait for some people to hop on. Let me get to. I'll get to comments. See who's on there. Yeah, no one's there yet. So we'll see here. Go to Ria. All right. Oh, it says there's a few people live. Hey guys, welcome. Lauren and I are hopping on just to deliver and be the conduits of whatever you guys bring forth through us. Whatever spirit messages are for you, we're open, and our intent is just to deliver in clarity what you need to know. Hey Miranda. Hey Gina Palazzo. Love your name, Palazzo. All right, take this dang retainer out so I can speak. All right. Good morning, Leona. So we're just sharing out a little bit. If you guys don't mind sharing out. Oh, Kimmy. Thank you, Kimmy Siegel. I just see you in the corner. It says Kimmy shared your video. The queen of sharing. Thank you so much, guys. Let me see here. I'll share to our story. First of all, my public story. And let's see. I'll share. I feel good. Take a nice deep breath in. I can't remember. Is it Leona or no? I think it's Teresa that always says Grand Rising. Grand Rising, guys. Every moment is a moment to step in to the frequency that you choose to allow. So it is through your free will, through your choice, and simply being there, being present, standing open in the light of your own light to allow that which wants to show you a piece of you in the highest frequency. So very beautiful. All right. I don't know where that's coming from. I just came off a run, so I'm still in that vibe in the highest frequency. Oops. Why am I making noise here? Hold on. How do I
Hello, everyone.
mute? There we go.
Hello, Leona. Hello, Kimmy. Hello, Gina. Hello, Miranda.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate your light. You guys are all master light blasters. We're all master light blasters, and we've all mastered a certain energy, and we're all actually master teachers, whether you do it through a specific teaching, like the archetype teacher, or whether you're just teaching through your being, because that's actually the most effective way we teach, Spirit is saying. We teach through our own light in our own being in our every present moment. And but we're still physical, so we're always here sharing rays of light, information, collaborating. And that's what I like to think of all my Temple of the Sun lives is we're collaborating. We're collaborating in the light that we are. How beautiful. We're collaborating in the light that we are, reflecting wisdom and knowledge based on our own individual experiences of all timelines, and we're presenting them through our light codes. We're activating, remembering, we're holding space of energy and light and love for each other. We're all rays of God, shining a frequency for us all to share, collaborate, and gain from. That's what Temple of the Sun is. That's what it is, a collaboration of our light, sharing, coming together, playing, having fun, sharing insights. They're showing me right now, all of us as angels on the other side. We're actually on the other side, and heard of that symbol, or where you come across, you all gather around the table and create your life experience and have these plans and writing out. They're showing us, all of us coming together, sharing on the other side, our spiritual self. But what they're showing me is, yeah, we did come and choose to agree to come together and collaborate in certain timelines, frequencies in our life. But they're showing us, as we collaborate here and now, the spiritual part of us is taking notes. The spiritual, bigger, more expansive part of us is learning from us on the physical. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. So they're showing the fullness of who we are in our full capacity of light on the other side in spirit, the same parts of ours, but say the Lauren part, the Gina part, the Leona part of you guys, the Kimmy part, in full awareness. But they're actually learning and taking notes from our experience in our gatherings on our forums. That is so beautiful. So we're exchanging our light with one another, but we're also exchanging the light with our God self. at a fuller awareness. And they're excited. They're like, yeah, we're ready to take notes today, guys. They're showing all of our higher selves on the other side taking notes. They're ready to take notes to see what comes forth today. Oh my God, I love that. I've never seen it like that. So, so cool. I paid for a Zoom class, but was not able to be there. Maybe next time. Ah, yes. Yes, you will, Leona. All right. Um, all right. So, and obviously, if any of you guys have questions or insights, put them in the comments. Put them in it, because what you're doing is you're anchoring that energy, that insight, that question, that comment. And what you're doing by actually taking physical action on it is you're anchoring the light of that question, the light that wants to come forth from that dilemma or comment, or you're just maybe expressing light. It's all light, anyways. You're anchoring that. You're anchoring that for all of us and holding space. So very beautiful. Even if it's something that seems horrible and you have a question or something you're going through, you're anchoring it to anchor the light simultaneously through whatever comes forth. So awesome. Sorry, guys. I can't like stinking type and share while I talk. Anything you want to add, Lauren, before we begin? Oops.
Nothing too much. I'm just going through my own personal portal on November 28th. That's just what I'm deciding, and things are going to change on that date. It's one of these things where it's either once and for all, either I'm going to take the high road or the low road. But things staying the same as they are is not going to stand after that date. So even though the portal of 1111 has passed, my personal portal of 1128 is coming. So which one am I going to pick?
Now, how did you come to that date and that time? Is that just through your intent, or is there something significant, adding the numbers, the energy? How
Well,
did you come to that
the
exact date?
28th is after the holidays, so it's after it's Cyber Monday, so it's pretty much after Black Friday. It's the end of November, and it's just one of these things where, okay, it's almost the beginning of December, and I'm not going to sit there and wait to New Year's for the whole resolution thing to take root.
You're
So it's
ready now.
okay. I've been, I wouldn't
I
say
like.
in a holding pattern, but I've been wavering to a small extent for quite a while.
That's beautiful. So you bringing
And
that
now it's either
forward.
time to, put the
Yeah,
resources I have to use or
yeah.
get rid of the resources. Either way, because I've got a lot of resources just sitting around, and here I am not doing anything with them. It's like, okay, yeah, I have all the resources to make the life that I want to have, and blah blah blah. But yet, it's not even really the fact that I'm afraid that I'll fail kind of stuff. It's because I've mitigated as much risk as I can. There's not too much risk to be had anymore anyway. And even if I get into the biggest scrape ever, what's the worst that can really happen that I have not experienced in the past? I mean, outside of dying or being shot, which would then lead to death anyway, there's
Or
not much
life.
I've been through before. So, okay, either I want this new life or I don't. And if I don't, then I have to go through a portal and take the low road. And if I do want whatever I say that I want, then okay, then let's get it going.
Great.
And
So I
the
think
also when my billing cycle start on certain things again, so that's also why I chose it.
so. You coming forward with that at the beginning of this live, I have a feeling that this is going to snowball into intentions and what's coming forth to do with what people are intending. I feel the message is going to have something to do with that. And we don't need to wait for any official portal, like Lauren was saying, January 1st, New Year's for goals. We can do that now. We just need to intend the frequency of whatever it is we are intending or want to be brought into fruition. So there is no linear time. It's more of a frequency, and the frequency is tied into our intent, which is going to project the manifestation of that. So I have a feeling that the lives today and a lot of this is going to do, what are we intending, what are we creating, or messages based along that concept. Leona, I see that you said that you paid for a Zoom class. You should have gotten refunded for that, though, right? I don't know if you're saying that because hopefully next time, but John, I believe, should have refunded you that. So make sure that that actually was refunded, Leona. I just wanted to mention that because I think I saw that comment twice. So yeah, you should have. And if you didn't, let Thaddeus know that you didn't get the refund because I know he said he did. All right. And maybe you're just saying, oh, I paid for it, but I didn't get to go. So, all right, guys. So if you have made a donation, I stuck my PayPal link up there. I'll do it again. It's at the heading, but I'll stick it on there. I'm trying my personal PayPal. And as always with whenever you're donating, if you have the friends and family option, hit that because then it helps us not to have to deal with all the services and hold up and stuff like that, the extra stuff that we pay because it is donation. There's always suggested donation. But if not just with us, but whenever you're donating to lives, if you hit the friends, it just makes it better. And I stuck my personal PayPal link to help avoid some of that, or I'm experimenting with it. But if you can only attach to this Temple of the Sun, that is fine as well. But I'm just putting my riabarna1224 up. But if only Temple of the Sun comes up for you, if you wish to donate, that is also fine. So if you made a donation, we'll be giving you personal readings. Lauren, through her gifts and abilities and song and prophetic visions, whatever comes up, and me through my intuitiveness and oracles. And if you have a specific question, that helps us to zoom in and give a more clear answer that's applicable to your situation. So if you shared out and want a quickie, let us know. And if you've made a donation, let us know. And don't be afraid to keep repeating yourself. I'm just sticking the link up one more time. And Lauren, you can check the comments if you want for a second, see if anyone has shared or what they're saying. I'm just sticking up the
Yeah,
link.
I've got the comments up the entire time. It's just the volume's down, obviously, because then I'll be hearing double. So
Yep.
I'm in the video. I've got the comments up, and here we go. Heather Graham shared.
All right, Heather, thank you. Before we begin, guys, like always, I like to just have us all just tune in and bring the awareness to our sun within our center. And I say it's within, it's all of us. It permeates our entire being. It just gives us a focal point and an intention to connect to that highest frequency that we are, our God self, our higher self, to bring forth that which is what we need to know at the highest frequency for our abundance, for our joy, for our bliss. And even things that we might not love hearing, it's still for our greater good. So whatever, trusting in and bringing forth the information that we need to know now that is serving us at its highest. And we are already that, but what we bring attention, focus, awareness to, we grow. Just like anything in our life, we grow it by giving it attention, energy. But this here is allowing, giving and receiving the highest frequency available to us now. So we'll just take a nice deep breath into our heart space. Feel your chest expand, your stomach. Feel into your energy and even visualize that light permeating you, like the light bulb is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Then shoo, it bursts through.
Then you get
It
the
bursts through. It's no longer contained just within you in a thought or a theory, but we're seeing the physical manifestation of it in the physical world. Yeah, so I'm really feeling today what's coming through is the physical manifestations of those intents. That light bulb bursting, breaking through the barriers, the limitations, and the illusions we create for ourselves from preventing the physical experience of it. All right, so Heather, I guess, is up first.
And the link's not really showing. I mean, it's up there, but it's not really highlighting, or there's no hyperlink to it.
What was that? Oh, yeah, you have to type it in. Are you doing the Ria Barna? Is that what you
No,
just
I'm just
said?
saying for what you've wrote with the Temple of the Sun, I'm just saying that there's no hyperlink to it.
Oh yeah, you have to type in the address. I don't have that like when I do Temple of the Sun PayPal link, it shows up and you just click it. This one here, you would have to hit send payment and then type in Ria Barna 1224 and then it should come up. But if it doesn't, I'll do both, okay? Whatever works for you guys. I don't, because it's a personal account, it doesn't give me that I don't know, I can't just figure it out, that hyperlink, like you were saying, you press it and boom, you're there.
I've got a personal account that gives me a hyperlink.
Yeah, I'm not sure then. I gotta figure that out. You know what? I'll stick in the normal one. But all right. So Heather, you are up first. I'm just gonna stick in that other. If you want to go first, Lauren, why just do this?
Or I could stick my PayPal in there. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I already got it here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you guys happen to know Lauren's, it'll work out. Work out either way. All right,
All
there we
right,
go.
on with the reading. Heather Graham, let's get started.
All right. Heather, what does Heather need to know now? What are her intentions manifesting? What's coming forth, or whatever that spirit wants to bring forth for Heather Graham? I'm
Let the
seeing
record
blue.
spin. Let the record spin.
Mm,
All right, that represents to me that you may be slowing down, or there may be some hitches in your rhythm right now because the record's not spinning quite as succinct as it should. There shouldn't be any slowdown or speeding up. It should be going at a regular pace. So maybe you're going through some turmoil in regards to your life because we all have our own rhythm, we all have our own sound. So with it slowing down, then speeding up, you can get back to your own pace again. You're not living life at your own pace. It's either things aren't going the way you wanted to, and then if other things are going too fast, you're like, well, that's happened in the blink of an eye.
mm,
So maybe it's time for you to, put boundaries down, take a step back, rest up.
oops, sorry.
We're going downtown and early around. Sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. Loaded.com, let's cook and pull it. Am I more than you bargained for it? Don't love me, I'm watching YouTube from the closet, wishing to be the friction in your jeans. Isn't it messed up? Just how I'm trying to be him. I'm just watching your bedpost, you're just a line in the song. Drop a heart, take a name. We're always sleeping in and we're sleeping for the wrong team. All right, so that song's a little bit about jealousy. It's also a little bit about, being one and done. It's like, okay, where we might have either, come together, but you're just a notch in the bedpost, or I'm just a notch in your bedpost because we had sex at one time, and then I wrote a song about you, so you're just a line of the song now. So, okay, what do you want as far as long term plans are concerned? That way, you're not just a notch in a bedpost or a line in the song. Instead of going down, you'll be going up. That way, you're not a loaded gun or have a loaded god complex, cock and pull it. Oh yeah, that was Fallout Boy, by the way. I'm pretty sure most people knew that because that was a popular song back in 2005. That song was everywhere.
Next time.
Well, then keep feeling the things. If the standstill is good, that way you can only choose what you truly want instead of going slow then fast, slow then fast. Instead of just being something's, I wouldn't say someone's, but something's one night stand. Okay, know your worth, stand up for yourself, and go with it. It's time to choose. So choose, and then when you choose, the holding pattern, the stillness will end. It might take a while, but you'll get there. Ria, you're up.
First thing that hit me that totally related with the card that I pulled was about the record spinning. And I do notice Thaddeus, John there in the background comments giving suggestions on how to accept whatever's coming up. So thank you, Thaddeator. And I don't know if you saw Leona's comment too, but you can look at those. So what I got for you immediately, representing the record spinning, is release. Releasing and an end of a cycle. It says the end of a phase or situation, Heather, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Try, and this is a color when I first started, but then Lauren started speaking, is I was seeing the color blue. So it was sort of a bluish color. This looks bluish purple. And what also popped out for you was the crown chakra. So something to do with transformation, representing the spiritual energy of the crown, but also speaking your truth. And it sounds like you've gone around a certain record, or there could be a situation or a circumstance that you feel that you've been spinning round and round. It's time to get off, let it go, release it, accept it. Accept that that cycle is done. It's time to move on. Accept that. Accept your struggle with it. Accept that it's hard if it is. So accepting whatever feelings that you are going through and emotions you're trying to process as you release. Because what it says is Archangel Azrael, and it's the end of a phase or situation, a spiritual transformation, time to move on. The number is 13, representing transformation. So there is a certain emotion that you are infusing with a greater light. You've extracted everything that you can get from it, accept it as it is, and then through that acceptance and surrendering that you have grown as much as you can, you've shared as much as you can, you've done whatever the circumstance has called of you, it is time to end that and move on to further your light. So you have undergone a spiritual, to me, spiritual transformation is a time where you have turned pain into power. You've empowered yourself from the situation and know that it is time to let go and move on. And what it is doing is it truly is transforming you into higher frequencies. The crown chakra representing the spiritual chakra, Christ consciousness, unconditional love. You have completed a cycle where you have literally transformed pain into power, pain into love. The only true power we have is love, and the only true freedom we have is based in love. Obviously, self-love, self-acceptance, and then we project that into our reality, and that will create abundance. So this next cycle, I'm feeling you have intended to do the best you can with a situation. Your intent is to create love, balance, harmony, and peace and growth from whatever it is that you're ending and releasing. And that truly is bringing you greater abundance, represented by the number 8. 8 representing your infinite connection to self-growth, expansion, God's self, and abundance. So releasing, ending a cycle, transmuting the pain into power, and then and through that intention to begin with, you're creating from that higher frequency and abundance. That divinity, unity, and dissipating separation, but merging into a fuller frequency of your own light. Embracing the power by accepting the pain. Thank you, Heather. All right. If you made a donation, let us know. Thaddeator shared. So, John, you are up next. I kind of feeling at a standstill. Yeah. So kind of when you're feeling at a standstill, sometimes it's because there's just releasing. There's that pause before the expansion. There's that pause, reflection, introspection. You're pausing in the process of that transformation and then accepting that standstill, saying, yeah, I really feel at a standstill. It feels good. I feel like maybe I'm not doing what I should, but I'm trusting and accepting and surrendering to where I am at the moment. And as soon as you surrender to something, then that density or the resistance dissipates, and then that light floods through you. The light is a higher frequency, then boom, then you're shifted to a frequency that is manifesting and representing that transformative energy that you just went through, if that makes sense. All right.
You
Couldn't help myself,
spin
Ria.
me round, round, spin me right
Ah,
round like a record, baby,
record,
round, round,
yeah, I love
round,
that song.
round.
Yeah, no, apologize for what, Gladiator? Holy crap, we're here to shine our light, our truths, and wisdom and sharing. Oh my God. Only apologize if you help yourself, John. All right. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. All right, Gladiator. What does John need to hear? No apologies necessary. We're all here to shine. And when you're impulsive, sometimes what we do, this is a message for us in general. Sometimes we're impulsive and we're excited and we share out. And then what happens after we've done it and released, we might be, oh my God, should I have done that? Or maybe I don't want to intrude, or maybe it was inappropriate. And so we will explore all of these little doubts that enter our mind. And Spirit is saying, so be done with that. Just trust. Yeah, except maybe, yeah, I feel I'm doubtful, but I know that's not the truth of it. I know I accept that I feel doubtful, but I trust that I did that for a reason. Because really, everything is for a reason. Everything, especially when it's spontaneous and you feel you couldn't help yourself. Like I'm a major interrupter and I have all these little blasts that want to come out all the time. Just trust it. Don't feel bad. Move on. All right, Thadiator, let's see. There we go. Shoo. What does John need to know now? His intents. How's it matching? His intents matching that manifestation, the physical
Listen to the
experience.
trees move. All right, so the trees are coming for you. Maybe it's time to get some grounded. It's just that Mongolian sort of thing with the trees or whatever's going on. Maybe it's time to be more at peace with what's going on in your life. I mean, even though you might feel at peace, maybe in some level you're not. And so maybe the trees are here to say, "We've got you. If you can listen to what we have to say,
Oops.
be like a rock, be stable like us, and everything will be all right." The edge of heaven is here. Edge of
Mm,
Heaven, Ace of Base.
mm,
Off their second album, The Bridge. Track number 4. But the bass part of that band name, that's what I'm
sorry.
feeling the most of. What does the bass do? The bass is, it really sets the tone for everything. The bass kind of
Mm,
sets the rhythm for the other instruments. I mean, the drum holds the beat, but the bass,
mm,
even though you can't really hear it a lot of the time, it sets the kind of rhythm and tone for how the song goes. So and also the word base, our baseline of how we feel. Once we have the basics, then we can move on to better things. Bases are loaded in baseball.
mm.
Our army base, where everything is kind of stored, that's our, the main structure. So maybe it's time to get back to the basics, to listen to your own rhythm. Boom, ba boom, 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 boom. Ba boom, 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 boom. That's the bass line from More Than a Feeling from the song, or from Boston. So let the trees know you're listening in. Get back to your base, and then all the rest will filter out from there. Ria, you're up.
Yeah, as soon as you were starting that tone, I was feeling something deep within you, John, that you're connecting to and allowing. And like Lauren was saying, it is a baseline. It's a foundation deep within you that is it's rippling up from deep within you. They're showing me like a concrete, and you have permeated many layers or are permeating many layers of concrete. Because I know on your question, you're like, wondering if I'll ever get there. Yeah, you're getting there. And what's happening is you have this deep base foundation, this deep tone within you that is cracking open concrete. And as soon as it emerges more fully and embodies you, you're going to get the intention in your manifestation in your physical. It's already there, it's already part of you. So your intention is to get there, but to get to what? Not maybe what the mind is thinking, the limitations of success or getting known or getting groups together or getting a following or whatever those expectations are, or me getting there to full acceptance or coming into your full light. Whatever the mind is telling you of your expectation, it is but a glimmer, a glint, a flicker of what's coming forth deep within you, cracking open this foundation, the concrete, to allow. Okay, so what they're saying is you had a foundation, but that foundation wasn't necessarily built on your base tone. It's what we all go through as a physical being, and we all have to go through it. And that concrete is just the layers, and not just this timeline, but the layers of beliefs condensed into a concrete that were preventing our baseline. We are our baseline. We are that deep vibration tone. Your God frequency, like Om, being that tone of earth or existence where you have a baseline sound, and that baseline is getting stronger and stronger, and it's rumbling and it's rumbling. And I believe you've gotten the buffalo card before too. And what it's doing, it's breaking open all of that concrete, all of that resistance, all of the things that you were taught, not just this timeline but other timelines, and it's going zhuzh, zhuzh, zhuzh. So the card that I picked is Five of Air, two cards, a universal, a universe choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. So Five of Air can be obviously conflicts in the mind, the swords, the thoughts, conflicting, challenges, arguing with maybe others. Arguing with others obviously is reflecting arguments at a subconscious or conscious level within ourselves. So that Five of Air, there's a little bit of arguments, there's words spoken, there's dialogue going on in your mind, and it's all about your truth. And to me, it's about tuning in and releasing all of that dialogue in your head and just getting deep, deep within you and allowing that deep tone, your base frequency that is permeating up through your being to be manifest. And I wanted to pull another card just for clarification. All right, arguing thoughts. Okay, yeah, humans go through that all the time. So maybe being in your head a little bit. But what I pulled, I wanted to pull something more multidimensional you. So I pulled a galactic heritage card, and it's Lyra. So what energy is affecting you and what this is relating to is it's in the present, the Lyran galactic system. It's pushing the envelope, okay? So having, and what is this, yellow? And I know you got to be resonating to this because I'm getting some tingles, but it's about you pushing the envelope, having the trust, stepping into your power. Where does your power lie? Tuning in to what Lauren was saying, that base sound, tone, divine frequency imprint. It's rumbling, it's cracking open, it's breaking through all the foundations, all the limitations that your mind perceives. Your bass tone is breaking through the limitations of what your mind perceives, and you're stepping into greater confidence and trust in, you know, pushing the envelope, pushing thoughts and ideas. Well, yeah, we're all going to push everything that we were ever told in the human when we are tuned in and allowing that base frequency, our divine frequency, to come forth. Because what are we doing? Of course, we're breaking through. That's not easy. There's going to be a little conflicting energies. That's all part of the process, and just trusting it, staying in your center and allowing that bass tone. I'm just feeling a huge resonance with the bass tone, breaking the foundation, breaking the concrete, trusting in that, pushing the envelope. And your present connection is with the Lyran race, the Lyran galactic energies. That is supporting you right now, giving you the trust and the confidence in being you. All right, that's enough. You got the message. I know you do. All right. Yeah, that went really well with the cards pulled, Lauren. That was awesome. All right. It's more of a feeling. Yeah, that feeling. Conflicting emotions, feeling. You got an idea in the physical, but there's something deeper. There's deeper permeating happening. All right.
I see my Marianne walking away. No, I'm not gonna go all the way up. I'm no Brad Delp, that's for sure.
Was that for someone specific, Lauren?
No, that was just a
Okay.
little outro in between the next reading, but still.
Awesome for all of us. And it's all for all of us. It's all for all of us.
Unless somebody has a friend named Marianne, then maybe it could be bad news, because if Marianne's walking away, that might not be the best thing. Who knows?
It's always the best thing. All right, absolutely. Forgiveness is loving as one becomes aware. Lots of mother effing going on in my head. um, awesome. We did Heather, we did John. Moon, thank you for the hearts. Just looking, if you guys just shared out, want a reading, let us know. Amy Bedard, you are up next. If you guys make a donation, you'll get a fuller reading. If you share it out, let us know. I gotta try to make the quickies quicker, get through more share outers. Amy Bedard, what does she need to know? Where are her intents bringing her? What in her intents is she maybe not aware of or needs affirming? Amy. All right. When I've tuned into yours too, I was also seeing yellow, and you also just got pulled the five of air. So I think obviously you have intents, you want a certain thing, but you might be still dealing with some conflictual beliefs, emotions, and feelings about what it is you want to bring forth. So surrendering to that, accepting that's how you feel, but also knowing that you do have the courage. It is what you came for. So whatever that confliction is within all of us, it is because we're on the brink of bringing forth a piece of ourselves that we haven't brought forth through ourselves and shined through yet. So confliction, confusion, that's all a blessing, because what we're doing is we're just sifting through the energies, breaking up the concrete or barriers or limitations that are preventing that base um, sound coming through us, our core, who we are, that tone that represents us. Everything's vibration and sound. So it's that tone is coming through you, and having the confidence also to allow that to come through you. Because you got the five of air also can represent, just the intellect, the mind, maybe getting a little bit of a headache, maybe getting overwhelmed with either spiritual concepts. What should I do? Just the thoughts. Five of air representing thoughts and things going on, not necessarily concrete, but conflicting ideas or arguing with yourself or arguing in your mind about things. So just taking that breath in and relaxing. Learn what you can and surrender and allow that. Just allow it. Review everyone's motive. So that's also saying to me, you might be misunderstanding another's motive. Sometimes we take on, what's it called, when you're um, not trusting. When you're not trusting someone's motives, you might be projecting something onto them that isn't true. So you might be taking someone's motives as not truthful or honest, or what is that called? It's a P word, I think. When you're not trusting, you're suspicious, maybe a little suspicious or not trusting someone. So it's just saying, and it could be the other way. Maybe you are trusting. It's just saying review everyone's motives. But to me, everyone deep down has a good motive. So it's their expression of the motive that might be confusing and being conflictual. So you might be actually in arguments because of or in your mind anyways, maybe not even in person, of their motives. And sometimes people seem like their motives are bad, or we receive them badly because they're expressing only through their own filter as well, and their filter can be based on their own hurts and pains, but we all mean well. In the At the root and the crux of everybody's deep tone, we all mean well. So maybe just looking beyond the surface motives of how you're seeing somebody. The galactic energy that is right now supporting you is new consciousness, Earth. It's present timeline, a present parallel Earth, and it's just about bringing forth new consciousness. The nine is an ending of old beliefs, so maybe you're suspicious of someone's motives or they don't seem to be expressing them well. Well, you're ending that cycle of suspicion and doubt, and you're deciding to trust and bring forth a new consciousness. That new consciousness is based on a frequency of love, accepting. You accept that you might not trust them, or you accept that they are who they are, and they are reflecting also, though, something within yourself you've come to bring forth a new consciousness, a new awareness. You might be aware of somebody's expression or motives that is actually based in light. You're able to see the pain and the hurt, and you understand that their motives are based in their own hurt and pain even. So it's about bringing forth a new consciousness through your own awareness and being able to tune into a greater light. Because you've allowed that light to flow through you, you can bring an end and bring a new consciousness, a new love and light and peace, and have faith in that also through that light. A new sun, a new day dawning, a new consciousness. A new consciousness was always there. We're just bringing it forth. We're bringing it forth, and that's unconditional love. Ending a cycle to bring forth that cycle of higher frequency, and speaking that truth, speaking it and trusting in that truth you're receiving, not doubting, not putting in those limiting beliefs of who did what in the past, said what are their motives, what are their intents, what are they projecting. No, it's about, if you find that love and stability and connection within you, you're automatically going to help the outside expression of it. All right, that's what I got for you, Amy. Thank you.
I'm seeing a lot of worms and bugs eating certain things, so I assume it's compost. So even though that's a very gross thing, it might be seemingly gross and disgusting, but it's very, I guess, a good thing because it helps us recycle. When you have worms and bugs eating other stuff and eating all the waste away that we throw out, then it helps the environment, even though it might seem nasty to human beings. Because then whatever is left behind gets absorbed back into the earth, and then it creates the carbon cycle again. So this period is a period of renewal for you, because maybe you're eating away all the dead stuff, all the crap that's like, okay, this isn't really any good anymore, but we can still recycle it and then put it back. I can put it back into myself in some way and take the energy of that old thing and rejuvenate the whole everything about it and then turn it into something else. So it's time to take everything that's old and time to bring in the new again. New. I'm saying that you're being offered the crown.
Mm, you are.
The crown, it's like on some kind of, it's on top of a red pillow. But with the crown comes extra responsibility. It's not just being the queen or king just for title purposes and just say, oh, do what I say because I'm the king or queen. Now you're going to have to watch out for your people. Do what's best for the people. In other words, people might represent each part of your life or each part of your body. Do what's best for every part of yourself. Which means you might have to enact laws that might seem restrictive, but will be a godsend down the road. No one likes to be told no they can't have, but at the same time, if it can help that, for the future by 20 years, 30 years, then it'll be worth it. And as queen or king, You have to be able to see into the future, where somebody that's not fit to be king or queen can't see down that far. They can't see, oh, this is how things really work. In order to maintain harmony, community with everyone and myself, these laws, these things that need to be put in place are actually good. And the cat and the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. You say you're coming home, daddy, don't know when. We'll be together then. We'll be together then. Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle. What is that song about? It's about what the boy and his father. The father's too busy doing stuff or working, and he can't play with the son. Then what happens? The son goes away to college, and then the father retires, and the son has no time for the father. What is the Cat's Cradle? Even though I'm too young for this, but Cat's Cradle was a game for kids, and you put your fingers through it, and you do certain things with it or something. But the silver spoon is also given when a transition in life happens. So the cat's cradle is like a child's toy. The silver spoon indicates maturity, and so it goes from one spot to the other thing. But the other thing is, when everybody matures, then then no one has time for another. So don't waste your life away just doing what you think is best for yourself all the time. Oh, I have to get this done, I have to get that done, because you just might miss the best things in life. Because the father missed out on the son, and then the son missed out on the father. Even though, the transitional period in that song, it happened to both parties and it was a necessary thing, but that's how that song plays out. So enjoy the times while they're here. When someone is young or when there's a young thing, or, you're just starting out fresh, enjoy the freshness because one day it'll mature and it'll grow into something else. Just like, oh, when people have kids, some people obviously don't like kids, but I mean, when people have babies, they're like, oh, I missed whatever my child when he was that age, she was that age. Then they grow up and it changes and so on and so forth. It's kind of with the whole parenting thing. Again, I'm not a mom or whatever, but your children think that you're the best thing when they're 8. Then when they become 11 to 15, you suck, and you're the worst thing that could ever happen to them, right? And then when they're 30 and you're still living, then they're like, oh, the stuff you taught me wasn't so bad. It actually makes sense now. Because as a child, they couldn't see it because they're 8 years old, so they think everything's great, and then when they're 16, they think they know what they want, and they think, oh, I know better because you don't know my life. And then, to an extent, that's kind of true. But at the same time, the parent can see in the future, the teenager can't. Because the teenager's thinking about working a job so they can make the money to go down to the pizzeria and buy themselves a CD, even though no one buys CDs anymore, but you get the point. They're thinking about that. They're not thinking about, oh, I can take that money that I'm going to spend on a CD or whatever and put it towards a class to learn something and then help me gain a skill. That way it'll help me out later on in life. Anyway, that's all I've got for you.
Alrighty, moving on. That was good. Just one other thing I wanted to add about Lauren is you're sort of like the worm, and in the conflicts, you're the worm breaking up the energy to infuse those arguments with light through your higher awareness. So I just wanted to add that. You're the worm adding and infusing life by being in part of those conflicts and all the energies breaking up. So, all right. Toya, you are next. I did stick my PayPal link up there again, guys. If anyone wants to make a donation for a reading. Toya Lewis, thank you for sharing.
Then
And
hit
thank you.
it.
Thank you, C. Megan, for sending love. Hey, Brigitte. Just want to acknowledge some of the people here. Cindy. Can I have a free reading? If you share out, let us know. If you make a donation. Thank you, Jenny Adams. All right. Toya. What does Toya need to hear? And I'll try to make it a little quicker just so we get two people in. All right. Nine of Water, Toya, I receive for you. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. So I'm feeling that your intention is to be happy. And while the way to happiness for you is just feeling all of those emotions, allow your daydreaming, immersing yourself too in any pains that you have felt, immerse yourself in them and allow them to flow through you so the light behind them can move through. So you can transmute the pain into power. So I'm just feeling through your allowance and through you allowing any feelings of pain, emotions, whatever it is, not judging it, just allowing it, and then that's going to bring you to an inner peace, and it's going to grant you a wish fulfilled. So Nine of Water is just fulfillment of your wishes and emotions through your allowing. Deep emotional fulfillment is what you're manifesting through your allowing.
Now that the smoke's gone and the air is all clear, those who were right there have a new kind of fear. You fight and you were right, but they were just too strong. They stick it in your face and let you smell what they consider wrong. That's why I say, hey man, nice shot. What a good shot, man. That's why I say, hey man, nice shot. What a good shot, man. Hey man, nah, fuck, has gone. Hey man, have fun. Nice shot. Filter. Hey man, nice shot. So it's time to have fun. Have laser focus on what it is you want to do, and don't let the smoke get in your way. So don't let other people tell you what they consider to be wrong. Do what you want to do, and that's that. I mean, the lyrics, I mean, that song actually I forget who shot himself in 1988 in like a conference somewhere, but that's that song's about. But that in the term, the lyrics here don't really apply in the same way. So what you have to do is when you make a shot, hey man, nice shot. When people say nice shot, they mean, hey, that shot's pretty hard to make, and you did it. Nice shot.
Hmm.
When it's a nice shot, it's pretty difficult. It's you have to when you make a nice shot or when a shot's considered nice, it's a very fine-tuned shot, like a sniper rifle. When people shoot snipers, they gotta really zoom in, look at what they're shooting at, wait for the right time, and then shoot. It's not a machine gun that you can't just do the quote unquote action movie or American way where you just keep firing until you hit something. No, the bullets they have to land. You may not have many bullets. You may not have 500 bullets of ammo. You only have two shots, maybe even one shot. But you have to make that one shot count. So what do people do when they hunt? They gotta listen, they gotta wait for the right time to strike, and then fire. What is it that you want to do? Make plans. If you only have one bullet, then make sure you aim, stare at what you want, make sure it's going to land, and then when you're ready, pull the trigger.
Mm.
And that's all I've got for you.
Yeah, it just sounds like your wishes are coming true, and it's like Lauren's saying, nice shot. It's like not easy to do, and that you're doing it. And then I did do a galactic real quick for you, and your present galactic energy is actually Earth, so that's showing your groundedness and your manifesting capabilities through your belief and your faith and trusting in your emotions and what you feel. So good job, very good job. All right, so next, good to see you, Christy O'Donnell. O'Donnell, Lauren, so good to see you, she says. All right. Angeli, wanting to know something. Any guidance or message on how to start my life again after separation? Thank you. And I know in another comment she says Angeli is her name. So any advice how to start a life again after separation? Right off the bat, I'm just feeling accept it as it is, and not accepting where you are and that it's serving you and not putting any blame on yourself. Everything happened as it should, and it's part of your greater fulfillment. And right now is a time after that separation to really tune in on you and nurture yourself and your needs and what you want and what makes you happy. It's a time to really go within, allow the contrasts of the past to serve you in a way that you've learned something about yourself, and transmuting any kind of pain into power, and allowing that, and maybe even feeling through the disappointments. And when we go in a relationship, we never go into it thinking it's going to end or separate, but we did go into it to gain, to learn something about self, to take you into your next cycle of a fulfillment and learning, in this new frequency and foundation of freedom that you're coming into. So separation, you can be thinking of it as actually coming into a greater freedom of yourself. And it was beautiful, and it was co-contracted, and all of that happened in the quote unquote past. It was a contract and to help each of you develop and learn more about yourself so you can take more of your light into your future journey. And what I got for a card is the Lovers. Go figure. Number 6 is peace and harmony. Lovers usually depicts a path of choosing, a choice you have to make, a decision you have to make. And to me, what I'm feeling is this Lover's path, the choice you chose to join that path. I can feel a lot of emotion. It was meant to be, and you chose it, but now you're choosing the path to disengage from that path that you once took, that lover's path. You're actually choosing a new path of a great love, and lovers is a recognition of self, something deep within you that you want fulfillment to and fruition on the outside world. So very, very serious decisions, but trusting that the path you took was meant, and trusting the path that you are taking now is meant. Intimate relationships, carefully weighing your decisions, good health. Archangel Raphael. So Archangel Raphael, that energy, that frequency of healing is with you as well. Healing your heart, healing your emotions, healing you. And so that you go into this new cycle of you, Angeli, more healed, more balanced, shining more of your own light to be projected into your reality, to be lived and to be created from a greater authenticity of your natural self, of your divine self, of your what makes you you. So bringing that forth into your reality. Thank you, Angeli. Good luck. Sending you love
Welcome
and
to
light.
Joe's apartment. It's our apartment too. Joe's apartment was a movie, but still, okay. So right now you feel you're living with the roaches. And it might not be, and it might not feel that great. But at the end of the movie, what happened? The building burned down, and Ralph and the other roaches helped Joe do everything. At first, they were mischievous, and it seemed like they were against him. But at the end of the movie, they're the ones that help him get back together with the love interest and help him live a better life. So even though they were roaches, they grew to care about Joe. The, So maybe in terms of this part of your life doesn't feel too great right now, but maybe the roaches where you are can show you the way, because like Ralph and it say, the roaches outlived everything. They outlived dinosaurs, the Ice Age, and they've been around longer than humans. So roaches might be a pest, but they've lived for thousands of years.
Mm.
Roaches are
Oh.
around now when human beings rule the earth, and then roaches will probably be around even after humans are gone. Why do they survive? Because they know how to get into every little crevice of everything. They see
Mm.
every little detail. Yes, they might be small, so everything looks huge, even though it might seem small. But roaches, they know how to multiply. They know how to do things in numbers. If you need help, ask for help. Sometimes the more numbers you have, the more you can accomplish. Then again, just the opposite can be true. If you have too many hands in the pot, it may be time. Sometimes it may be better to go in a certain direction. It all depends on the situation. So if you need support, if you need a leg up, if you need help, then ask. See what's out there. This could be formal help in terms of government stuff. But then again, we've all been there where the government doesn't want to give out because you have to be completely worse off, poorer than poor to get help. And then, or it might be informal help where it's called friends or something else that you may not see coming. Sometimes complete strangers can help. If you have to do crowdfunding to help yourself out in that way, then do so. That's all I've got for you.
All right. Thank you, Angeli. Um, Moon, if you're still there, let us know. And it's been about an hour, so we won't be on too much longer. If you guys want a guaranteed reading, just let us know if you made a donation. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping it up, right, Lauren? Gina, if you want a reading, let us know.
Yes, I'm kind of
Miranda,
getting tired anyway. I don't even know why. But then again, I've been getting up around 4:35 in the morning. I don't even know why.
Moon, let us know if you're still there. And Sabi, KB, um, whoever responds next. Let us know if you're still there and share it out and would like a quickie, or if you made a donation. And like always, if you ever want personals, you can instant message Lauren and I for privates. We can do them independently and together. Sure. All right, Gina. Good luck, Angeli. This is beautiful. Separation, huge transitions and shifts are never easy. It just means you're coming into um, a more fuller, powerful light that you are. So good luck. Gina. Gina Palazzo. I always love the white hearts that you show, Gina. Even that depicts your connection to your divinity. You embodying that white, that purity. It also reminds me of snow. I don't know if you guys have gotten any snow yet. Hey, Jenny, thank you. All right, so Gina, and we'll
Camp,
probably end it with Jenny.
Bet, Set, Bob, Rob, Sob, Kit, Mitt, Did. All of these words, they rhyme, but they all mean different things. The same thing with your thoughts. Watch what you think. You may not think you think anything that's harmful. You may think it's all harmless. But are you really serving yourself? Allow yourself to really spread through. Allow yourself to see you as you really are. What are my thoughts? And what is me? And do these thoughts really help me out in any way, shape, or form? If not, then leave them behind. Move forward and forget about the rest. Allow yourself to dive deep, because after the rhyming words, then you graduate to elementary school, then you start reading actual stories. Dear Mr. Henshaw, Hatchet by Gary Paulson. Then you read Goosebumps by R.L. Stine. Or perhaps My Darling My Hamburger by Paul Zindel. After that, then you go to high school and read Shakespeare, all the old classics. Then you read Catcher in the Rye. You read Great Expectations. Then you go off to college. And then you read Aquinas, Aristotle, so on and so forth. But it all stems from everything is small. When you learn to read, you start out with little books. Then you climb, then you get something to more in depth because you already know how to read that old stuff. Well, once you realize who you are, then more of you comes into play. After more of you comes into play, then you need to grow that aspect. Once you keep on growing, more of you comes into play. So it goes grow, plateau, grow again. And that's the essence of life. Ria, you're up.
All right. So I was feeling a lot of movement in my heart area, emotion. So you might be going through an emotional time or something might be touching you emotionally in some way, shape, or form. And I pulled the Ace of Water, Gina, for you. And Ace of Water, obviously, like Lauren was saying, diving deep into your emotions, allowing some feelings and releasing to come forth, whether it be joy, whether it be a letting go, either or, they're both serving the light. And that's the thing we have to remember. Even the pain is serving the light. The pain is to be transmuted through our allowance into the power, into the light that it was originally created in. So it says, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enchanted or enhanced intuition, a new home. So just maybe even having thoughts and feelings, maybe upcoming holidays, even just this resurgence of feelings and emotions, even maybe some melancholy ones of times past. And just I'm just feeling maybe you're going through an emotional time right now and allowing all of that deep feeling and letting go of any resistance. I pulled two galactic cards, and you have devotion to service. We all know you're very devoted to service. Service of what? The highest frequency, the highest power of love and light. So that's kind of affirming that. The two galactic energies that are supporting you right now they're both Pleiades, and they're both in the present. So huge, huge Pleiades presence in your awareness now. So the energy that is huge for you right now, supporting you, channeling, they're just showing me them channeling them, but it's you. All of that information, your Pleiades information within you, just coming through really strong, holding that ground for you, supporting you, is coming through really strong in your devotion to service, devotion to that which you believe in, that which you trust, that which you know is real, stepping fully into that power. And the other one is 64, so that's representing a 10, representing new beginnings, new cycles. The 10 representing that beginning or that connection in the cycles of every moment is a new beginning, based in that based in spiritual truth, spiritual gifts. 65 is an 11, refining galactic lineage. Again, working with the Pleiades. So refining galactic lineage through your devotion to service. And we know that you do spiritual inspired paintings that help to activate, release codes of activations and healing. That makes sense in that, Gina, you are refining galactic lineage. You're bringing it to the truth. You're tweaking it and healing and transmuting any energies that need healing and balancing. Everything is all created by what we call God, pure love and light, unconditional love. and somehow it gets a little tainted, and that was for our own fun and experimenting. Well, what you're doing is you're going in, they're showing me you going in, working in these energies like a doctor, and tweaking them and aligning them. What you're doing is you're going, oh, like they're showing me, I don't know if you ever played or used to play or like to play Operation, where you go in with the little tweezers and you're like, don't want to go, gee. Well, they're showing me you going in, but not getting zapped, but through your touch and awareness in certain areas, you are activating and bringing in alignment to those areas that need healing. All healing is returning to our natural state and balance that we already are, but it's tainted by beliefs and structures of energy that confuse us, that distort the truth that we are. You are reversing the distortion. Is that's a word, the distorting. So Pleiades very strong, new beginnings, 11, taking those and creating mastery. So 6, 7, 8, 9, wait, 10 and 11, yeah, 65, 11. So you're a master at that, and you're creating mastery within your focus, mastering, creating the mastery of those energies, bringing them back, transmuting the pain into power. That's huge today. Pain into power, transmuting the pain into power. So I know you understand that. Huge affirmation. That is your intent, and that's exactly what you are creating in your physical reality, Gina. Thank you, Gina, for doing all of that. All right. One more, Lauren, or what?
One more person.
You choose. You go and pick. I've been naming them off. What comes into your awareness? Who comes into your awareness?
I don't know. Who haven't we done yet?
I
Okay.
see Christy's wicked standing out strong. I don't know if she's still there, but like I'm looking and she's just like boom in my face there. If you're still there, Christy, let us know. Otherwise, I know Moon asked earlier as well, and I know Jenny Adams, I think I said was next. Jenny Adams. So you pick Jenny Adams
Well,
or
then if
Christy,
Christy's
whoever's
standing out
there.
to you, then I mean, then we'll do Christy.
If she's still there, can you guys let us know? All right. We're going to call this a piggyback reading because I'm not going to wait for someone to respond because of the delay. So, Christy, I have you in mind, but I know Jenny Adams, I think I said that I was going to read for her. So, piggyback message, let it resonate to you. And like all of us, these messages resonate in our little messages where spirit or our awareness peeks in to give us an individual message. So, what I have for you, Christy slash Jenny, fluidity, change, the galactic energy that is most supporting you, that portal, that other timeline that you're connected to, that's really coming in strongly for you through your own light codes, through your own energy, is Andromeda. Parallel reality is Andromeda. Fluidity. So change, learning to go with the flow. Go as you go with the flow, allow your emotions, accepting what you see before you, not as necessarily the ultimate reflection of what you're believing in, but going with the flow to get the manifestation of what you are holding dear and believing in. So going with the flow, knowing that you are one with the universal energies, knowing that you are always projecting that which is leading you to what you want to create. And then the tarot card was 5. Okay, so they're both 5s. Change is huge, huge for whoever this is resonating with, Christy and Jenny. 5 represents that change, being spontaneous, impulsive, all of a sudden having an idea and taking a different direction, going with that change of thought. This is a 14. That also represents change. The need to balance and need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for the perfect timing, balance. So to me, the perfect timing is when you do get that insight, not trying to force it before you are actually inspired, going with the flow. If there's a no, things don't seem to be happening, know that in the non-happening, things are happening. Not, and the balance comes from entering that flow. So you want change, but the change is actually by surrendering to the moment and allowing that to be the energy that balances you. And then in allowing and surrendering to the moment, then boom, all of a sudden, someone might come in your life or you come up with an idea and then boom, you deviate. So that's divine timing when it's matched. When your energy is matched with that which you're trying to create, that's divine timing. Your frequency matches that, and that can come and be guided through an inspiration or something outside happening. So going with the flow is actually what's going to bring you balance and change.
Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Kansas, dust in the wind. We may seem small, but just know the grand picture is always there. You know what you want, and just because you're small in comparison to the universe or outer space universe wise, and other parallel universes that we can't ever come in contact with, it doesn't matter. Go for it anyway. Just because you're dust in the wind, that doesn't mean that you can't do anything. Sometimes dust can really do some damage, like dust bowls. Dust gets in people's eyes and they hurt. And it stings. It might just be dust, but it stings. So if you're dust in the wind, then let's party. Time to go. Time to do all that you can do to build the life you want. Whoa, whoa, listen to the music. Whoa, whoa, listen to the music all the time. What did the Doobie Brothers? "25 more 624 Chicago." Well, with this time period, the 70s. Both the Doobie Brothers and Chicago. What were the 70s all about? It was just after the whole drug thing, after the 60s of free living. The 70s were all about power, about modernity. It's a period between like the end of the analog era and the beginning of the digital kind of era. And what I mean by that, I don't mean digital as in the internet quite yet, but in terms of like stereo equipment and like recordings and things like that. So because you have the song in 1980, "Video Killed the Radio Star," where he talks about analog going from analog recording to digital recording in that song. So it was kind of like the 70s was the in between era, where it's like, okay, we're moving past the age of the 40s, 50s, and 60s of doing everything by hand, and now we're moving into more electronics and letting robots do some things for us as humans. So what this represents to me is that you're going from an old way of being to a new way, but you're in like the in between. I wouldn't really say it could be transitional, but it's okay. You've built something so far, but it's not quite there yet. It's like halfway. The 70s were sort of halfway between the late 80s and 90s, and they were after the 50s and 60s, to where they had some mechanical things. We had what they had the Atari in 1977, and that's the second wave of consoles, second generation of video games, because the Magnavox Odyssey was pretty much just one game, but you just had overlays for that one screen. And that's when cassette players came out, like tape players for audio. They could have been around before then, but that's probably when they became more accessible to the mainstream market. Whether it's 8-track players or whatever it may be. Okay, so the quality of life has improved, but it's not quite as efficient as the 90s to now. But there was a lot of, a lot of new things that came, and the last 30 years just improved upon what came in the 70s. And now it's just improvements upon improvements. So enjoy this phase of your life where it's like, oh, we're halfway between the old and where we want to be. So we've got some working parts. Now it's time to continue to build to get the other working functioning parts. That way I can live like it's the year 2000 and beyond. That's all I've got for you.
All right, guys. I guess that's going to wrap it up for today. Right, Lauren?
Yes, that wraps everything up. It's about what is it?
12,
12:30 where
12:24.
you are?
Yeah, just about 12:30. Thank
Yeah,
you so
about
much, guys. Thank you for hanging
10:30 where
out.
I am.
Thanks for hanging out, guys, and being with us today and shining the light for all of these messages to come forth. And we appreciate you. And like I said earlier, if any of you want any private um, readings, insight, coaching, guidance, just message Lauren or I. And I will let you end it, Lauren. Bless you guys.
Thank you all for showing up. Have happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. In case I don't see anybody before December. But don't wait until, like I said before, don't wait until the new year to start anything. Put the plans in now, even if you're not really taking super action, like changing your life in a drastic kind of way. Put in the energy now for it. That way you can hit you when next year comes, you hit the ground already running.
Mm-hmm.
So do all the pre-production work now. And when it comes to next year, even though next year is the universal year of 7 going inward, learning new things, still, you're going to have to put in some action at some point. So, what's better than now? Do research on the classes now, what you're going to take to learn new skills, so on and so forth.
Seems like we're always learning.
Thank
We're
you,
always going inward and learning. Sorry.
thank you all for being here and watching and letting us give ratings. Keep pushing forward and stay epic.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lauren.